It can be seen on the sides of city buildings or on playground equipment. Sometimes it's scrawled on the bathroom stall or painted on a street sign. These images can range from a single sentence to an artistic masterpiece. All works can be considered in the same category. Graffiti. But what exactly is graffiti? Words, pictures, or art? It is undeniable that graffiti is an illegal action, and consequences are expected if the artist is caught. This is probably part of why graffiti is so enticing to an artist. There's a rush in creating a small sample of art in a matter of moments before running to a safe hideaway. But when I think of graffiti, I think of the artists who want to send messages to the masses by creating works that trouble or intrigue people. Graffiti is a way for a person to voice his or her opinion on a subject innovatively and anonymously, giving the opinion its own standing and allowing passerbys to make decisions on the work itself, not the person who made it. Artists spring up in many areas, typically when specific groups are trying to have their voices heard. One current situation like this involves the separation barrier Israel has built, causing a rift between Israelis and Palestinians. This wall, deemed illegal by the UN, has received protests from both sides. Graffiti has become a staple of the wall as a form of protest, bringing in civilians as well as major artists. Civilians are typically more basic in their style, and more personal. Words of pain, anger, and pride stain the gray slate. Sometimes there are symbols, or sometimes it's just a statement about the way of life. People living with the wall paint a portrait of their lives to show who they are. David I. Hanor of Indiana University, Pennsylvania, did a study on the graffiti of the wall. During the tour at Abu Dis, one of the teenagers took out a spray can and wrote graffiti on the wall. It was clear that this form of political tourism was conducted on a quite regular basis, and that people from a range of countries, backgrounds, and ages were being brought to observe the wall and asked to respond in ways which would publicize the injustice of the wall. These tours of the wall not only entrance onlookers with the local gallery, but also with the famous artists who have used the wall to promote their standpoint. Banksy is one of these artists. Recognizable by his style, his work ranges from identifying with the ironic and unusual to brutal statements or insightful statements about society. His opinion on the wall was given in Spray Can Prankster Tackles Israel's Security Barrier by Sam Jones of The Guardian on Friday, August 5, 2005. The Israeli government is building a wall surrounding the occupied Palestinian territories. It stands 3 times the height of the Berlin Wall and will eventually run over 700 kilometers, the distance from London to Zurich. The wall is illegal under international law and essentially turns Palestine into the world's largest open prison. But he concedes it also makes it the ultimate activity holiday destination for graffiti writers. Banksy also records on his website how an old Palestinian man said his painting made the wall look beautiful. Banksy thanked him, only to be told, "We don't want it to be beautiful. We hate this wall. Go home." J.R. is another man drawn to the wall. J.R. is a French artist known for his projects such as Portrait of a Generation, Face to Face, and Women Are Heroes. J.R.'s art features portraits of people, usually expressing ideas of stereotype, culture, and humanity. His project, Face to Face, involved pasting side-by-side pictures of Israelites and Palestinians doing the same lines of work. This was shown in the similarities in the nationalities. While most thought he was pushing the limit in going to Palestinian and Israeli cities to put up these pictures, J.R. explained his thoughts behind this project in his acceptance speech of the TED Award in 2011. "We didn't push the limit, we just showed that they were further than anyone thought." What will become of the wall is unknown, but the use of it as a template for artistic expression will continue as long as it stands. Graffiti's impact on worldwide awareness shows that even when one image is torn down, more will spring up in order for voices to be heard.